So let's talk purity. Does quality matter? Essential oils are found everywhere nowadays, even at my gas station. And along with this huge selection, you also have a really huge range of price points. So does it matter? Let's talk. Comparing a true therapeutic grade essential oil with a cheap imitation is like comparing freshly picked organic strawberries to strawberry jello. You know the strawberry jello doesn't have the nutrients the strawberries do. You don't even expect it to, right? And you probably also know that strawberry jello is chock full of things that are harsh and toxic for us, like red food dye and probably other things that are in there. The same is true for essential oils. A true pure therapeutic grade essential oil actually comes from plants, and it has a certain number of the nutrients, the chemical constituents of the essential oil that actually help us. It's not the aroma, right? It's not just the smell of lavender, it's the goodies inside the essential oil, the chemical constituents, the nutrients that help us. And this one is chock full of it. At the other end of the spectrum, you've got the cheap imitation, might not even come from a plant, could come from a lab, doesn't have any of the nutrients, and is probably filled with synthetics and fillers, definitely filled with chemicals and synthetics that allow it to be expanded, right? So they can charge less. Now, here's another important fact. What allows an oil to be full of all those nutrients? Well, lots of things. And in fact, it's very precise. In order to get an essential oil that is chock full of all of its nutrients, just like a strawberry, an organic strawberry, right? You have to do all these wonderful things to it in order for it to be really good. So with essential oils, you have to choose the right seed. You have to prepare the soil in just the right way. You have to make sure no pesticides have been used on the soil or on the plant. It has to be harvested at a very specific time. It has to be distilled in a very specific way. I am telling you, there are so many steps to this. And this is what makes Young Living so special and so unique. Young Living is the only company that owns all their own farms or works directly with the farmer to make sure each of the steps is followed very precisely. And in fact, they distill right on their farms to make sure everything is done well. Even so, Young Living still doesn't bottle everything they produce, because if it doesn't have all those nutrients, which by the way is a standard Young Living set and the industry follows them, if it doesn't have all of those nutrients, Young Living says it's not up to our standards, we're not going to bottle it. Now, here's something else that's super special. Young Living, all of these farms all around the world, you can actually visit them. Any member of Young Living can visit any of their farms at any time. And that's pretty exciting. And that is not true for any other company at all. And in fact, many companies don't even know where their crops come from. And that's a really important thing to keep in mind, because in order to have a true, pure, therapeutic grade oil, you've got to be very, very precise with the crops. So, does purity matter? Absolutely.